Hey guys and girls, Emma again. Welcome back to the spare room. Bit of a quick update. This weekend I've had only one day off, which was today, was Sunday, and I had laundry to do and it's wet, and I've got wet laundry here everywhere in the workshop. And there's been a couple of hiccups with a couple of things, and I just haven't felt particularly enthusiastic about the projects that are going along smoothly. So this is just a quick sort of look what come in the mail, look like we're working on, and some stuff that probably has no relevance at all to anything that we're ever going to do here on the workbench. But a friend at work dropped in some round bar. That was kind of exciting and cool. Round bar for free is always good. Don't know what that is. I reckon it's just black mild steel bar. It'd be useful for something. This one's got a blue end. I'll have to look that one up. That's it's a bit rusty on one end. It could be K1040 or something. It'd be really nice. About inch diameter. That one's aluminium. Could be anything. This one looks like it could easily be stainless. The inch diameter. It's worth having. It's another bit of black bar with scale on it. It's nice and straight though. Good for something. A bit of plastic, engineering plastic. It's a Star and C, which is a slippery, rigid, sort of semi-crystalline plastic. Might be good for something. Put a bike handle on it and it'd be good for sorting out the enemy. But that was something that turned up this week, and I'm glad to have it. Thanks for that if you're watching. Another pretty cool thing that came just out of the blue that I didn't know anything about. My friend John Creasy in Sydney. Great guy, he's got a little channel. Doesn't seem particularly interested in making it grow any, so I'll give him a shout out anyway. But he makes these pens, and he made this one up and sent it up, which is really nice. It's a cartridge type fountain pen. So pretty impressed with that. A beautiful pen to write with. Thanks, John. Really nice to have that. Nice finish. This must be some sort of an epoxy resin or a cast resin of some sort. It looks like it's not a particularly easy thing to get finished properly, but it's a beautiful finish on it. And everything seems really nicely made. All good fits. Really nice to have. I always like nice pens, so that's in a box with a couple of refills, and pretty awesome present. Thanks. He's written on here Lorch Green. What else is happening? My friend Gary Cude in Texas, in America, sent some stickers. It was really nice, and a nice letter. I put that one up there at the top of the whiteboard. Check him out. He's got some good videos. He's thorough, and he's got lots and lots to offer everyone. He's got a pretty good channel there. So check out Tools for Machines too. Great guy. and does some nice things. This one come from Matthew Gilchrist in Melbourne, or Barnsdale, which is Gippsland. He corrected me. It's not actually Melbourne. It's way down the East Gippsland, Victoria. And Matthew said he had a box of goodies. Lots of cool stuff. Bag of M3 countersunk Umbraco screws. Well worth having. And some M4s. And some M8 grubber screws that may or may not be useful for something. But I've got some ideas about them actually. And some panel, some blind nuts for panel work. I've done a couple of projects in the past where these would have been really useful, but we'll put them away for a rainy day. Some bronze spring bushes. It's a good source, he writes, a good source for bronze wire, but we might even have a use for them. Send a little fly cutter, which is something I've sort of seriously needed. That's very useful things. Thanks, Matt. It's something that's going to be used a fair bit. He works at Man Cave Engineering in Barnsdale in Victoria. Some rubber gasket material. A box of 3mm Allen keys, which may be useful for something too. I've got to think about that, but if anyone knows of a use for 3mm Allen keys, let us know. You also seen a couple of indicators which are sort of interesting and might be adaptable. This one is a valve seat eccentricity gauge, I guess you would call it. And I'm not sure it's even all there, or particularly sure how you use it, but something that'll go in the cupboard and we might use that one day. Obviously it's surplus to his requirements. This one's more interesting. It's a little Swiss CEJ tenths test indicator. It's pretty sad. I did attempt to get some of these screws out with very little success, and probably I'll have to drill the ends off them and get something on them and pull them out and retap them and make new screws. There seems to be a fair bit of corrosion around here, and the little handle's gone here for the changeover. But it's probably something that's going to clean up okay, so that's a little project for some time when I've got nothing to do. So that was a pretty cool box. Love getting boxes like that in the mail. Probably a pack rat, and I probably hoard other people's offcuts and not particularly useful things, but all that stuff will get a use for somewhere. So thanks, Matthew, that's really, really appreciated. If you're watching this. Over here at the Shaper we've had a bit of a calamity too. There's a bolt that holds that in place and is used to adjust the head round on an angle. Undid it here yesterday, and managed to break it off. I reckon it's been cracked for a long time. And it come out easy enough, but that's a Whitworth bolt, and I'm just going to have to find another one before we get back onto the steam engine. But it's a bit sad because it's a genuine part. Maybe I'll make another one the same with a Tommy bar hole in it, but probably for the time being it's just going to get a Whitworth bolt in there. So apart from that, I'm slowly getting this to cut properly in aluminium. Anything else isn't a problem. Aluminium's a bit of a challenge, but we're getting there. It's just a matter of sharpening tools and messing around. Thanks Bruce and Randy. I've went and bought some of this stuff which Mr. Pete hates. But it seems to be pretty good lube in aluminium, and that's making a big difference. So another thing I've been working on this afternoon, curled up on the sofa in the rain, out of the rain, but it's been a bit cool, is this little drill press project on Onshape. This is a copy, I guess, of a Schaublin production bench drill press that were made by thousands for watch factories in Switzerland. And there's one on eBay at the moment. If we have a bit of a look, it's way out of most people's price range, and it's been on eBay for quite some time. And on top of that, they're going to bite you for the postage too, so obviously they're not real keen to sell it. Sometimes eBay stores are a good excuse for hoarding, so bear that in mind and don't pay a stupid price for one of these. But anyway, I thought I'd draw one up, and this is what I've come up with. It was basically just an exercise in using Onshape, and we've got all our mates working. If we pull the lever, that goes up and down, and you can see how it works. There's a little nut here that's knurled. It adjusts the depth control, and there's a slot here. When we move the lever, it just moves the plate up and down. It's got a little pin here to keep it steady. This has got a locking screw at the back, which enables the whole head to slide up and down. It's got a split through the back there with a slitting saw to clamp it up tight. Just got a little square table. And a nice little contoured brass handle. The bearings in these are just plain cone bearing type. The front cone's actually on the spindle, which has got a keyway on the back there. And there's a steel cone that goes in the other way about with two locking nuts to hold it in the right spot. And I've just drawn this with push-in bushes or press-in bushes into the casting and hold it all in place. There's a little pulley there, and it's got two little oilers here. If I made a casting, I'd probably put a center drill in here so you can machine this nicely, and so you can set this up to machine this hole parallel. But it's a pretty basic little drill press, and something I'm drilling a lot of thin brass recently, and it'd be nice to have one. But it's very limited practicality, and really today it was just the exercise in drawing it up. It'd be nice to get these cast iron, that one and the table, but interesting project and interesting study in viability. Anyway, that's what I've done today. Thanks for watching, guys, and don't forget to subscribe and like and be kind to each other, and more soon.